I'm going to show you how to do this. And here's what's going to make this video different than any other pull-up video you're going to find on the internet right now. One, we're going to gamify it. You get 3 levels, and when you complete one level, then you get to move on to the next. 2, that means that you're getting a complete pull-up program. No guesses of how to put this together in 3 levels for different difficulties depending on where you're at in your journey. So here's how this is going to work. Start at level 1. If you can accomplish all the tasks in level 1, then move on to level 2. Same thing. If you can accomplish all the tasks in level 2, then move on to level 3. If you can accomplish all the tasks in level 3, you're ready to try your first pull-up. Let's go. Tip number 1, if you struggle with sweaty hands or even just want to make grip strength a little bit easier for you in the process, grab yourself a chalk bag. Level 1, exercise 1. Reach a 1-minute hollow body hang. This is going to work on your grip strength, scapula strength, and core strength that you're going to need to get a really strict pull-up. Here's how you're going to accomplish the task. Grip is a little bit wider than shoulder distance apart. Pull your shoulders away from your ears. At no point in this hang are your shoulders going to be up close to your ears. You are always going to use your shoulder blade strength to pull them away from your ears. And then make sure your body is not loose. Get your feet together, put them just out in front of you, pull your rib cage in. And now your core is flexing. This is how strict we want our body to be when doing a full pull-up. Your goal in level 1 is to get 1 full minute of a hang. So start, time yourself, see what your max hang is, and try to add a little bit every single time you practice. Level 1, exercise 2 is a 10-second banded top hold. If we can make the start of our pull-up and the top of our pull-up really strict, the middle becomes so much easier. So this is the start to building the top of your pull-up. Start with a heavy band if you need to and move to lighter. You're going to have your hands about a little bit wider than shoulder distance apart. You're going to stand on a stool, a bench, something around you, and go ahead and hop up, keeping your shoulders pulled away from your ears. This is really important. If you find yourself getting up here, you're not using the proper muscles. To use the back, the bottom of the scapula is what we're looking for. We need to keep the shoulders pulled down in order to even access these muscles. So pull your shoulders away from your ears before you even hop up. Then come up, try to keep your chin above the bar. Your goal is to hold here for 10 seconds. Once you can hold for 10 seconds with a heavy band, move on to a lighter one until you got 10 seconds there. Part of level 1 is simply learning how to use your back muscles. This is going to be really important in future levels, so don't skip this step. We're going to do some chest supported rows. What I really want to put emphasis on with chest supported rows is your shoulder position. Roll your shoulders back, then row both weights up, pausing at the top for 3 seconds before slowly coming down. Here's what we don't want to see. Shoulders rolled forward and coming up. You see the difference there? That's not going to help your pull-up as much. Roll your shoulders back. Keep your shoulders pulled down away from your ears. Pull the weights up. Squeeze your shoulder blades together. Imagine you're squeezing a walnut between your shoulder blades for 3 seconds, and then slowly lower the weight back down. The goal here is to pick a weight that you can do for 3 sets of 12, that by the last rep of the last set, it should be tough. It should be like, hold, squeeze, this is hard. Oh, I can't wait to let go. Oh, wow, that was hard. If your last rep isn't difficult, then you're not using enough stimulus to build strength. You should walk away from this and feel like, whew, my back muscles had to work for that. That was a stretch. I pushed myself just outside of my comfort zone while working through that. Next, we're going to strengthen your rotator cuff. That is all the small muscles all the way around your shoulder. This is a shoulder health exercise. Not only is it going to keep your shoulders healthier while doing your pull-ups, it is also going to make your pull-ups stronger and easier to obtain. Grab a small weight starting with only 1 to 2.5 pounds. Have your chest flat on the bench. You're going to keep your shoulder pulled away from your ear, elbow completely lined up in the shoulder, straight line. You're going to go ahead and rotate up, keeping that elbow at a 90-degree angle. Squeeze the back of your shoulder. You're going to feel this right here. Come back down nice and slow. Here's what we see happen all the time. People coming down and bringing that elbow back. Notice how my elbow is traveling back? We don't want that to happen. The rotation is happening only at the shoulder joint, which means the elbow stays completely in line with the shoulder. Squeeze for 3 seconds at the top and slowly come down. You're going to repeat this for 3 sets of 6 to 10 reps. If you want to keep your shoulders healthy and strong while working on pull-ups, do not sleep on your rotator cuff exercises. You are going to continue to do the same exercise for all 3 levels. How you're going to progress it is either to add reps. So if you started at 6 reps, go to 8 reps, and then go to 10 reps, or add more weight. So you accomplished everything from level 1. Let's move on to level 2, starting with a level 2 top hold. Level 2 top holds are the exact same cues, but with no band. Try to be able to hang out here for a full 10 seconds. Next up in level 2, we're introducing the scapula pull-up. We've already mentioned earlier that you want to be able to use this lower part of your scapula when doing a pull-up. This is your lats. These are the biggest muscles that you have in your back. And if they're the biggest muscles, that means they can carry the most load. So if you want to be your strongest, we're going to learn how to use your lats using scapula pull-ups. Try this before even jumping on the bar. Put your hands up above your head. Push them up towards the sky, bringing your shoulders up towards your ears. Pull your shoulder blades as close down towards your hips as you can get them. Push your shoulders up towards your ears. Pull your shoulder blades as close to your hips as you can get them. That is the movement in a scapula pull-up. So now let's do it under load. So we're finding that same hand position with your thumbs underneath the bar and hands a little wider than shoulder distance apart. Go ahead and come into your hollow body hold position using that core. Pull your shoulders down away from your ear, pulling your shoulder blades as close to your hip as you can get, and then just relax and let them fall towards your ears. And again, pull shoulders down, bringing shoulder blades towards your hips. Relax, letting shoulders go towards your ears. This is a scapula pull-up. This is going to teach you how to use your scapula most effectively in the pull-up itself. You see, a scapula pull-up is the start of your full pull-up. If you can nail that, you are so far ahead in getting the power to get yourself up for a pull-up. Level 2, exercise 3, the inverted row. You've already started learning how to row. Let's teach you how to row your own body weight, as this is how we're going to build the most amount of strength to get that pull-up. Grab yourself a barbell in a squat rack. Put some plates down there if you don't want your feet to slide. If you have a sticky floor, you can try this without plates. One thing I want to emphasize here is rolling the shoulders back. This way, when we pull up, we ensure that we're using the correct muscles in the back around the scapula. If we have the shoulders a little bit forward, it's going to look like this. This is me using more of my bicep and the front of my shoulder. And this is the most common thing that I see happen in beginners, is all their reps look a little bit like this. Looks like they're getting this little curve up towards the bar. And they're like, I'm doing it. Roll your shoulders back. Keep your body completely straight. Think about that hollow body that you are working on. And this way, you're going to be using your back so much more. As you get stronger, bring yourself closer to the ground. The more parallel you are to the ground, the more difficult this is going to be. And we're finishing up level 2 by getting your hollow hold up to 90 seconds. So you've reached level 3. You have successfully completed everything from level 1 and level 2. Congratulations, you are getting so close to getting your first full pull-up. That means that we get to incorporate negatives. This is the number one exercise, the best thing that you could possibly do to get your full pull-up. But of course, we had to get really strong at the start and at the finish of that pull-up before we could add these in, or it actually just wouldn't even be possible. So here's what you're going to do. Here's the magical key to pull-ups. This is the number one thing that has brought many clients of mine into their first full pull-up. Understanding that if you can hold tension in every single spot along a pull-up, you have your full pull-up. If you can do pull-up negatives successfully, which I'm about to show you, you will have your full pull-up. I promise you. So let's learn how to do that. The first thing you're going to do is jump up into your top hold the exact same as you normally do. Now, focusing on the shoulders, staying away from the ears, we're going to lower down extremely slow. Our goal is to take at least 8 to 10 seconds the whole way down. By the time we get to the bottom, our shoulders should still be away from the ears, and then you can let those shoulders drop, coming up close to the ears, and start all over again. So if you have that strength, if you can hold for 10 seconds that slowly with that control, making sure your shoulders never come up the entire way down, and if you can do that for 3 sets of 3 to 5 reps, you have a pull-up. So at first, you might jump up and find that it looks a little bit like this. That's okay. That is the start. And we are going to slowly build the strength to get that slow descent that you just saw. In level 3, we don't let our hollow holds go. We're going to keep working and progressing them because the stronger your grip strength is and the stronger your scapula strength is, then the stronger your pull-ups are going to be. Don't let these go even though you're doing the negatives. I promise you, you'll get your full pull-up faster. As we're moving through level 3, make sure you're continuing to do your rotator cuff exercises that we started in level 1, and you're going to continue to do your rows. This could be the inverted rows, or this could be the chest supported rows that we do. Either way, try to make it just a little bit harder than you did in level 2, whether that's adding weight to your chest supported rows or whether that's getting lower to the ground in your inverted rows. Try to find a little bit of a strength progression within these exercises in level 3. And if you can complete everything from level 3, you know what time it is. It is time to do your first full pull-up. Go ahead and grab that bar. I believe in you. You have this. Don't forget to reach out and tell me whenever you get your first full pull-up using this video. I would love to hear from you. Don't forget to hit like if you found this video helpful. It really helps in this algorithm world. And send this to somebody who has been wanting to get their full pull-up because they are going to be so excited and they're going to thank you.